Another day down, another day of putting money in your pocket, just in time for Money Making Weekend. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets, giving you guys free sports picks every single day. And we're on the Friday edition here of Winning Bets. You guys know what that means. We got Money Making Weekend starting this weekend, and it runs all through Sunday night, where we just keep money up in your pocket. Let's go ahead and recap yesterday, and then let's get into today's show, where we've got a ton of bets to go ahead and get you. As I said on there on the top, yesterday was a money-making day. We did start off the day with the loser, though. How about that Madrid? A 2 advance parlay, that was the loser. We know 2 days ago, Real Madrid was able to advance past Barcelona, but Atletico Madrid was unable to get past Bilbao, got up to a 1-0 lead, and then late in that game, around about the 77th minute, they just had about a bad 4 to 5 minute span where they let 2 goals go ahead and get by them, and they went ahead and dropped that one 2-1. So that was our lone loss on the day. Then we bounced back and had wins in basketball. How about that Wolves Grizzlies under 59.5 points? It's so hard to get 60 points in a quarter of basketball, so that was a really good cash right there. And then our hockey squirrel, he gave us 2 winning hockey bets. So we got the Penguins Kings over 5.5 goals and Winnipeg Jets on that money line. So thanks to the hockey squirrel right there. We're now 4-1 getting bets to the hockey squirrel. So appreciate all the great work that he's doing for us. So good day yesterday, putting plus 1.54 units. And now overall on the week at plus 4.37 units on the week. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button if you've been part of putting money in your pocket this week, and you're going to be joining me on Money Making Weekend by letting me know by hitting that like button. All right, big show on tap today, and again, I've also got a big day today trying to crank out a lot of content. There's going to be no graphics on this show. I'm just going to try and get to the editing as quick as I can and just put this show together and get it out. So no graphics on today's show. Let's go ahead and start it off. Let's go ahead and start it off with our FanDuel promo that we absolutely love here on Fridays. It's the First Basket Friday, and this comes off on the heels of losing that FanDuel promo yesterday, that TNT risk-free same-game parlay. That one hurt. That one absolutely hurt. The only leg we missed was Nikola Jokic over 24.5 points, and he did not play the entire fourth quarter due to them blowing them out. That one hurts. That would have been a really good cash, and I think if he plays that, he gets the necessary 5 points. It was absolutely crushing the Blazers. Unfortunately, they just killed the Blazers. But we've got another great promo today on FanDuel. It's that First Basket Friday. As always, you've got to focus on the game first that you think is going to get the most 3-pointers. This has absolutely been a free roll for us. There's a reason this has been a free roll for us, is I do a really good job identifying which game is going to have the most 3-pointers, and that's the game that once we settle on a game, then it's who has a tip-off advantage, and then once we determine who has a tip-off advantage, now maybe where is the best matchup, and then who may get the first basket. Well, who's going to have the best game in terms of 3-pointers? It's going to be the Heat and the Hawks. The numbers say that this game should have the most 3-pointers, so we've locked in on this Heat versus Hawks game. I'm really hoping we hit this, guys. We've been close. We've been really close, including last week's Evan Mobley, when he had the basket there within 7 feet and just missed it. That was really kind of kicking the dick, actually. A real big one. Actually, no. That's actually too much. It wasn't quite a kick in the dick. You know what it felt like? You guys remember, this takes me back to my college days. So when I'm 39, so we're talking, I don't know, 20, 15 years ago. You guys remember that Lakers GM, Mitch Kupchak? You ever had somebody do the old Mitch Kupchak joke to you? You know how your buddy kind of stands, he gets real tight to you, he stands right next to you, and he goes, what's that Lakers GM? His name's Mitch, what's that guy's name? Mitch. And then as soon as you say Kupchak, bam, you get a little tap. Before you even process what the hell's going on, your buddy slaps the top of your dick. That's what it felt like when Evan Mobley missed that shot last Friday. Just a little boop. Boop, that's what it felt like. Man, we were so close. We're going to cash this one today, fellas. We are going to cash this one today. Again, it's in that Heat versus Hawks game. You've got, first of all, it comes down to who's going to win the tip-off. You got Omar Ertzevin there going up against, I don't even know this guy's name here for the Heat, Okongu. I don't know what his name is. But here's the deal right here. These guys just came off playing each other. They're on the back end of a back-to-back. Ertzevin won the tip-off. There's a reason why this guy won the tip-off. He's 6'11". The guy that he's trying to jump is 6'8". He's gonna win the tip-off again tonight. That's a massive advantage in terms of their height. So we know the Heat are gonna win the tip-off. I'm going That's my pick. Omar Ertzevin is going to be my pick at plus 550 over at FanDuel. A couple reasons why I'm going to go ahead and back this guy. One, the Hawks' worst defended position is center. And that's over a 30-day sample size, and that's over a 2-week sample size. The reason center is now their worst defended position is Clint Capella's been out. So they've been relying on this guy that's 6'8", and he's just getting chewed up by opposing centers. This guy, again, he's got a real nice height advantage, so I think that the Heat will go into him and look for an early bucket. He was 6 for 9 last game, so tons of success. It shows that if they go to him, he's more than likely going to bucket. Even if they don't, though, that massive height advantage gives him a great opportunity for an offensive rebound. I love that. A missed shot, this guy can get a rebound and get a tip in. So I'm all on Omar Ertzevin at plus 550 over at FanDuel. We're going to cash this one today, boys. I can feel it. We're going to get a nice First Basket Friday. It's a free roll, of course. If you don't have this promo, I probably wouldn't do it because these are extremely risky as hell. But if you have access to FanDuel, this is going to be essentially a free roll. So go ahead and join me. It's Omar Ertzevin, and it's at plus 550 over at FanDuel. And you know tonight, what won't be happening? There won't be no cup checks tonight. We're getting that first basket, boys. No cup checks. All right, let's go ahead and now move over to soccer. Let's go ahead and start. There's some soccer games going on this afternoon. I already tweeted out one of these plays. I already did Brighton over 4.5 shots on target at minus 110 over at DraftKings. You can get all my analysis on yesterday's episode of Between the Posts there with Matt. But let me give you guys another bet there from the Bundesliga. We're going to do Dortmund versus Freiburg. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals at minus 115 over at BetRivers. Look, Dortmund's goal differential in the season is 44 and 28. Freiburg's goal differential is 30 and 18. Dortmund at home will help. You look at Freiburg and say, wow, they've only conceded 18 goals. But Dortmund at home will certainly help them. Only if you look at away table, if you look at the away table, Freiburg will be up to second place. So this is a team that can travel really well and get goals. Absolutely love that. Again, they'd be in second place on the away table. And this bet has cashed in the last 2 head-to-heads. So I'm going to go ahead and this afternoon do Dortmund versus Freiburg. Both teams to score an over 2.5 at minus 115 over at BetRivers. Let's stay with the Bundesliga here. We got Bayern in action on Saturday. Let's do this game. Let's do Bayern team total over 2.5 goals at minus 115 over at FanDuel. Look, Bayern's healthy for one thing, right? We faded Bayern in their last start because they didn't have Neuer, their goalkeeper. Thought maybe they'd play a little bit more defensively and trying to get a point or maybe even trying to get all 3 points. He's back in the lineup. That should just help their football be a little bit more attacking. But overall, though, Bayern has absolutely manhandled this Cologne team. Look, their last 6 head-to-heads, they've had games where they've gotten goals of 3, 5, 2, 4, 4, and 3. That's cashes in all but one. So that's 5 of the last 6 head-to-heads. And I'll take Bayern on the bounce back gladly. If there's one team that, if you believe that whole like bounce back mantra, I'll go ahead and take Bayern on the bounce back. We obviously know that they lost in their last start. They put money in our pocket because we faded Bayern. I'm back on tailing Bayern. Again, we've been pushing the right buttons with Bayern. I think this is an opportunity to go ahead and back Bayern to do good. So go ahead and give me that Bayern team total over 2.5 goals at minus 115 over at FanDuel. Let's go ahead and turn our attention now to Friday night NBA. There are a lot of NBA games, but not a lot of games that matched up in terms of first quarter numbers. There's one here in the Rockets versus Kings. The numbers would suggest you go ahead and take the over. Season numbers are 27-22, and they're averaging 57 and 57 points. The last 10, they're cashing the over 12-7-1, and the games are averaging 57 and 65 points. This number came in at 61.5. That put me off on it. That is a really high number. You got to get 62 points in a basketball game. That's really tough. So I'm contemplating taking the under, but do I really want to take the under when the numbers say take the over? So that gives me a little bit of pause right there. That's the information. If you want to go ahead and bet that one way or another, do so. I'm going to wait until the soccer bets this afternoon. So let me see if Brighton's able to get us a cash. And let's see if Dortmund and Freiburg is able to get us a cash. And maybe I'll pull the trigger on that one. The other one is Cavs on the road. But let me give you a little bit of hesitation before you just scramble like hell to go ahead and bet the Cavs. Because you would think Cavs ATS, like that's been the money on the road. Spurs are the best team at home against the spread. We know because we've been tailing Spurs when they're at home. They're 13-5 at home. That is the best record in the NBA. You're obviously going up against the Cavs, who have the best record on the road at 19-3. The numbers should say the Cavs should win the first quarter. They've got a plus 5.7 point differential on the season-long numbers as opposed to the Spurs at plus 0.4. In the last 10, the Cavs are plus 3.8. Spurs are minus 1.7. So the numbers would suggest to kind of back the Cavs, but boy, do I really want to go against the Spurs, who have also put money in our pocket. They're the best team at home at covering the spread. Two, obviously, giants going at it, so to speak. Best at home versus best on the road. Gives me just enough hesitation where I didn't bet this game either. Again, let's see if we can get these soccer bets to go ahead and cash for us. Obviously, if I bet one of these two, I'm going to go ahead and back Cavs, but just because they've been putting money in our pocket and we've been riding them to the bank doesn't mean you got to do it every single time. This is maybe the one time where we can smartly lay off of it. Maybe we don't get burned. Maybe we also miss out on the cash, but we can be smart about it and then jump right back on the Cavs. They're on a 6-game road trip. We can jump right back on them in their next road start. I just wish they weren't going up against the best team, obviously, at home. But they are. I don't know. Those are the numbers. If you want to go ahead and back the Cavs, go ahead and do so. If you want to back the Spurs, go ahead and do so. Again, look for me on Twitter. If I'm going to go ahead and do the Cavs or that over in Rockets Kings, you'll know on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. All right, for these next bets, let's just go ahead and get through the recap. Let's go ahead and do soccer bets first. Again, I gave out all these bets yesterday on Between the Posts there with Matt. So if you want any justification for these bets, go ahead and check that out. We had a good time. It was an hour-long episode, maybe a touch long than what we normally been putting out. But there's a reason. We had a good amount of back and forth. We had a lot of fun on that show. So I encourage you to go ahead and check that out if you want any justification on why I'm backing these bets this week in the Premier League. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's do Newcastle-Watford. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 at plus 112. Let's do Aston Villa-Manchester United under 2.5 at even money. Let's go ahead and run back that winner from midweek. Let's go ahead and do Chelsea-Man City under 2.5 goals at plus 106. Again, we got Bayern shots on target over 4.5 at minus 110. Let's go ahead and do Burnley-Leicester under 2.5 goals at minus 103. Let's go ahead and take Leeds minus 0.25 cards at minus 130. What that means, minus 0.25, that's the Asian line. So you can find that over at DraftKings on the Asian line. If Leeds just has more cards, you go ahead and get a win. If Leeds and West Ham draw in terms of the number of cards, they have the same amount, you only lose half your stake. At betting this at 0.25, if there's a tie in their number of cards, you only lose half your stake. And then obviously if, West Ham gets more cards and Leeds just loses, well, it's just like losing any other bet and you lose your entire stake. So we've got a chance to win. We've got a chance to lose half of our stake. And then, of course, you always have a chance to lose when you're gambling. So that'll be it. And then, as you know from Between the Posts yesterday, I'm looking at Wolves-Southampton offsides. Don't have the number yet on DraftKings. Come back to me on Twitter. I'll be looking to bet Wolves-Southampton offsides appropriately, just like I told you guys yesterday on Between the Posts. Couple more soccer bets for you guys. I already gave you guys Sassuolo-Verona. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 at minus 130. Talked about that Bayern team total over 2.5 goals at minus 115. And talked about Dortmund-Freiburg. Both teams are scoring over 2.5 at minus 115. So that'll be this weekend's soccer bets. Before I go ahead and get into those NFL bets, let's just talk about Damian Harris real quick because we talked about him on yesterday's show. He went through practice. He's officially questionable. I'm not going to go ahead and bet that. I can't pull the trigger. I think the Patriots will run on the Bills. I think they'll get in excess of 100 yards. I just don't know if Damian Harris is going to be the lead back. Look, Patriots have 3 good backs. We talked about it yesterday. Harris, Stevenson, and Bolden. If Harris can't quite carry the full load, then you're in trouble in terms of hit that over. If he can carry the full load, I think you're going to get a very, very easy cash, and he's going to go well over 56.5. But there's enough concern there with his injury that maybe he can't be the lead back, even though I think the Patriots will have a really good day running. Again, they'll get over 100 yards. I'm not confident that Harris will be the guy to get the majority of the carries, the majority of that production. So it's just enough hesitation to go ahead and put it off. By all means, if we get news on Saturday that, hey, this guy's going to be the back and there's no concerns and he's going to be up to his normal, workload in terms of rushing attempts, then I'll jump on it. But can't give you guys that bet right now. I'm too concerned that maybe they'll split the load across 3 really good backs. And then if they do that, you're in trouble trying to hit that over. So can't do that one. But what NFL bets do I have for you? We already gave you guys Stephon Diggs over 64.5 receiving yards. Hope you got that because I've seen that number at 70. I've seen that number now at 71. So hope you jumped on that with me yesterday because we're riding over 64.5. Gave you guys yesterday on Twitter, Devin Singletary over 12.5 receiving yards and minus 109. We talked about that bet yesterday, so you guys know why I'm on that. Then I've got 2 teasers for you. One's on Saturday and one's on Sunday. The one on Saturday is involving that Raiders versus Bengals game. I'm taking Raiders plus 10.5 points, and I'm taking that with under 58.5 points. So you can get that at minus 125. I'm well aware that these 2 teams played earlier this season. I'm well aware what that score was. Fact is, though, that was in Week 10. These teams go through ebbs and flows, and they evolve in Week 10. may seem not too long ago, but that was actually a long time ago. We're talking NFL. When you're talking about also NFL underdogs in the wild card round, the underdogs are covering the spread in the last 5 seasons. They're 15-7 against the spread, and the under in those last 5 seasons is hitting 63.6%. Now, obviously, with making a teaser, we've given ourselves a bigger spread, and we've given ourselves a bigger number to try and stay under. I mean, under 58.5, these teams got to go up over 30 points each. I don't see that happening. We know playoff football. There's a reason why these unders are hitting at a 63.6% clip. Playoff football is low scoring, tighter games. You know, neither team is playing to mess up. Neither team wants to hit the home run because they're scared to mess up. So I like this teaser right here. I'm going to go ahead and back the Raiders at 10.5 and take overall in this game under 58.5 points. And with Saturday's game, I'm not going to bet Bills -4. Everybody here knows I'm a big, huge Bills fan. I've got enough on that game, got a couple player props. I think Bills will cover -4.4, to be honest. So, hey, maybe if we hit Yurtsevin tonight on that first basket, I'll go ahead and jump on Bills -4. But if I wasn't a fan, just because I'm emotionally really tied to this game, I'd bet Bills -4. I think they're going to stick it to the Patriots. I see them winning by 7+ easily. I like Bills -4, but again, won't be betting it. So if you don't want to bet it, because I'm not betting it, I fully understand. I'm just giving you my opinion of that game in terms of over, under, or against the spread. I like Bills -4 in that. In terms of Sunday's action, I put together another little teaser in that game. I like Eagles plus 17.5 points, and I'm going to tease 49ers plus 10.5. Now that comes in at -130. Kind of using the same strategy there with the Raiders in terms of underdogs are really covering against the spread here in the wild card round. That's a lot of points there for the Eagles getting 17.5 and the Niners getting 10.5. Hell, I think the Niners might actually win that game. I think they can go down to Dallas and pull off a victory. I think the Niners can do it, so I'll gladly take Niners plus 10.5 points. Steelers-Chiefs, Sunday night football game. I've just kind of left that one alone for now, so just kind of follow me on Twitter. See if we add anything to that. I will be adding some player props more than likely throughout the weekend, so again, just make sure you're following me on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. You start getting in the playoffs, and the numbers get a little bit tighter from these sports books, so it's just a little bit harder to find that good value. I'm still trying to go through the data. Would like to add some more player props throughout the weekend. Just can't quite give you guys those numbers right now. All right, so that's how we're going to do money making weekend. It all starts off this afternoon with 2 soccer games, and then hopefully maybe we'll be adding those NBA first quarter bets, and then we'll all eyes 7 p.m. Heat versus Hawks. Yurtsevin, can he score the first bucket? I am going to be on the edge of my seat starting at 7 o'clock. Going to be waiting like hell for the game to start until about 7:15 to see who can score that first basket. I'm going to be all over the TV. Cannot wait for that basketball game. I think we've identified most importantly, we've identified a spot that's going to give us a free roll. That is obviously most important to me in this promo, is find the game that can give you a free roll. There's a reason that has been a free roll. But I think within this game, we got a gem based on the height advantage. We know who's going to win the tip. I think this guy's going to get that first bucket, guys. All right, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Just gave you guys a plethora of bets. We're rolling tons. We're rolling deep in soccer. We're rolling deep in the NFL. I think we've got some good NBA bets as well. Hit that like button if you're going to be part of Money Making Weekend. Come back on Monday's show. We'll see where all the dominoes fall, see how much money we have in our pocket, and we'll kick off another week here on Winning Bets. I wish everybody a happy weekend. Good luck to your NFL team, unless it's the Patriots, obviously. I'm sure we've got some Patriots supporters here, but this is one weekend, one night where we cannot be friends. I'm sorry. Go Bills, and we'll see you guys back here on Monday. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today, and check out my other great videos in these corners.